Hi, this is Dan Cortopassi of TSG Multimedia. Today I'm reviewing an N-scale Union Pacific FEF3 Class 484 locomotive from Kato. My example is decorated as UP838, the locomotive that is stored in Cheyenne, Wyoming alongside the more famous 844. These locomotives were built in 1944. The real 838 was retired in 1962 and has served as a parts source for 844. Kato markets this engine as the freight version, though FEF3s could be found in both freight and passenger service during the steam era. This model is offered three ways. My example is DCC ready and has an MSRP of $275. Kato also offers this model with non-sound TCS DCC for $310 and with ESU Loc-Sound DCC for $425. The paint on the model is thin and shows off the excellent rivet detail on the boiler and tender. The semi-gloss finish looks more realistic to my eye than the ultra-shiny paint on the 844 Excursion version. The markings are crisp and all of the small writing is legible with magnification. FEF3s had pretty clean lines and the model reflects this. There are still plenty of good detail like freestanding handrails on the boiler and plumbing above the drivers. Detail on the front of the locomotive is excellent. I really like the headlight, red warning light, UP shield, and number boards. The bell is a separate part and actually moves a little if you touch it. The smoke lifters are very nicely done. As it comes out of the box, the pilot is modeled in the closed position with no coupler. An alternate pilot with knuckle coupler is included in the box. The rear of the tender has a truck-mounted Kato knuckle coupler. The coupler is at the correct height according to the microtrain's height gauge. The backup light is non-functional. The top of the locomotive has a separate whistle. The dual stack looks good, though a little black paint on the inside would make it look even better. The cab roof is removable, allowing access to the screw that holds the boiler onto the frame. This is how you open up the locomotive if you want to install DCC. I like the detailed cab interior. The tender is the oil version, with freestanding railings and good hatch detail. The engine picks up electricity from all 8 drivers. There are traction tires on the third driver set. The pilot truck and trailing truck are not used to pick up current. The tender has 3 trucks. The front truck is used to pick up electricity. The centipede section is broken into 2 trucks. The middle truck with 6 wheels does not pick up power. The rear truck has the coupler attached and also picks up current. All of the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. The locomotive and tender are semi-permanently connected by a drawbar and cannot be easily separated. The engine and tender together weigh 5 ounces. I measured 1.4 ounces of drawbar pull on my force gauge. I'm running the engine on DC. It's very smooth and quiet with exceptional low-speed performance. The only thing I noticed was a slight rocking motion when the engine goes down the track. I'm not quite sure what's causing that. I'll hold the model so we can take a look at the headlight. The red light is not functional. This locomotive has a light board in the boiler that can be replaced with the DCC decoder. Overall, I like this model a lot. It's a good runner and really captures the look of the Union Pacific 484s. I am bothered by the rocking motion, especially since I'm not sure how hard it would be to fix. At this price level, I don't think a model should have issues like that. I'm going to take a spike for that. My final verdict is 9 out of 10 spikes.